behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, all right, everybody. It's Palm Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment or so. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell, and you'll always be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PalmMashTV. Follow us there, send us an inbox, comment the thing you want to see there, and we'd love to hear from you there. And use good old-fashioned email at palmmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist and want to be on the show, obviously you can use that. But we love fan mail too, so if you're simply a fan, send us an email and we'll get back to you. And all this is going to be recapped for you at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we have Aria Radae on the show, and she's a very talented artist. And I think you're really going to like her, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, here's a quick word from Smile World TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
The types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
Okay, everybody, here's the interview as promised, and with us from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we have Aria Radae. Thanks for joining us, Aria.
Thank you for having me. How's everybody doing?
Well, I'm glad to have you here today. We've been trying to get her on the show for a little over a month now, and one thing after another keeps happening. I think the last time she got really sick, but I'm glad she's finally here tonight, so that's a good thing.
Me too.
Why don't we start by the obvious question, because, everybody has their own story on how they got started in the music business. How did it all begin for you?
Oh, okay. Well, I've always been a fan of music. My father was a piano player, guitar player. My grandmother taught me opera when I was like 6, and she was like a jazz kind of singer. She almost made it to Hollywood, but then my grandfather decided, oh, I want you to marry me. You'll never have to work a day in your life. So she chose that life instead. But I've always been brought up into music, and I've always wanted to do it. And I did it for a long time. I mean, I sang a lot, I did like weddings and stuff like that, but I stopped doing it. I started modeling for a while, and I did that for a good 10 years. It was fun. The experience was nice. I got to travel and stuff. But then I really started working on music again, and I started doing demos, and I sent my demo into the label I'm with now, Nightfall Records, and I didn't hear back from them for 3 months. So I'm like, oh, I'm just not good enough. That's fine. And then when they hit me up, it's like, I'd like to sit down and have a meeting with you. I really like your voice. I really like the concept of what you're trying to do. And he signed me. So I've been with Nightfall for about 2 years now. I have probably about, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably about 12 or 13, maybe 14 tracks. And that's including my collaborations and stuff. I have 3 music videos. I'm really trying to work hard this year. This year, my goal is to actually get out a full album, because I have my EP album that was out maybe 4 months ago. And that did okay, but now I'm just kind of working on singles. And so my goal is to get a whole album, or at least an album and maybe another EP done within this year, and a few other music videos. It's just financially, it's hard. I am a mother of 3 children, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it makes it very, 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 it's a struggle. It's a struggle to do what I do, but I love it. And I love that people respect what I do. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. I've never wanted to be famous. I've always just wanted people to understand what a struggle it is to be an artist. Because it's not, I thought it was all peaches and cream when I started. I thought, oh, I'm going to just make music and it's be great. No. Promotion, networking, everything costs money for it. And so it's a constant struggle being a mom, and being a full-time artist. But I love what I do, and I wouldn't change it for the world. The people that actually follow me and that are my fans, like that just means the world to me, that they actually listen to the words that I write, because they all mean something. They're derived by something I have either experienced or I've seen. I'm a people watcher, you know, and I watch how people are, especially in relationships and stuff like that, and that really like inspires me to write about love, because I'm an R&B artist, and that's what I'm kind of trying to bring to the table. To me, the 90s and 2000s era was like the time for R&B. It was the best time for R&B, and that's exactly what I'm trying to bring back now into my music. So I hope that everyone really likes it and stuff, and that's all that matters to me at the end of the day. I don't care to be famous and make millions of dollars. You know, it'd be nice to make some money, but I don't, you know, I'm not driven on that. Like, I'm driven for people to actually acknowledge what I do is awesome, you know, and the hard work that I put into, or try to put into, with what I do on a daily basis with my children and my husband and everything. It's just, it's hard, but I know that people respect that, and that's all that I've ever wanted. So.
Okay. Well, that is quite a story there, and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. I mean, just keep it up. Maybe you'll go far in a few years. You never know, you know. So, all the best of luck to you there.
Thank you.
What are some of the artists you grew up with that really influenced you? You said you were in the R&B thing. Were there any R&B artists that really influenced you?
Yeah, of course. Mariah Carey in the 80s and 90s and 2000 was my favorite singer of all times. I had posters on my walls of her. I had all her CDs. I would sing them all the time. Alicia Keys is another one. She inspired me so much. I'm actually starting to learn how to do the piano now, so I can kind of pull off like an Alicia Keys type of thing. Any artist from the 90s 2000 era was like what I derive from. This was what I love. But Mariah Carey was definitely my favorite. And Christina Aguilera too. Like, she was from Pittsburgh, and she made it really far, and her voice is killer. I mean, oh my God, to have a voice like hers would be amazing, you know, but you know, you got to take it somewhere. You got to take steps. So where I'm at right now is where I'm okay to be. And if something down the road gets me where Christina Aguilera is, great. If not, you know what? I'm okay just knowing that people are listening to my music and are happy with it.
Okay, yeah, those Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, as you mentioned, yeah, they're really great singers, and see how you got your style from there, especially. Anybody could be watching this right now and they want to say, I want to get Aria's music, and you know, follow her on Facebook or whatever. Tell everybody where they can find you and then download their music. I know they would appreciate that. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, it's Aria Radae Music. If you're on Instagram, which is like where I'm really on Instagram a lot, and that's Aria Radae, ARIA RADAE. And if you go onto my link tree on my Instagram or on my TikTok, which is Aria Radae as well, you can hit my link tree and it'll take you to all my music from YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Deezer, everything. Like, you'll find all my collaborations on my link tree. So it's a good, that's the formula I tell people to go on. But like, if you're on Spotify and you just look up Aria Radae, you can find my music there too. Okay. But you can get it on almost any streaming platform now? Every streaming platform, exactly. I just don't have my music on YouTube. I have 3 music videos. I work on music videos on my YouTube, and then everything else is out on the other platforms. Okay. Well, and speaking of your music, we're getting ready to play your music video, Patiently Waiting, I do believe is the title. Yes, that was when I did about maybe a year ago. It's my baby. It's my favorite, my absolute favorite. But also, just to let you guys know, I do have a single coming up in 8 days. It's called Grind. I hope you guys like it. Okay. Well, is there a story behind Patiently Waiting? It sounds like it's self-explanatory, but it might go deeper than that. So it's definitely it's like a love-hate type of thing. I'm patiently waiting for that one person to come. And so the music video is a vampire music video when you look at it, and I'm a vampire and I'm looking for love. I'm looking for that right person. And when I find it, it's like I'm trying to grab onto it and stuff. You'll see it in the music video. It's a really cool concept. Me and the videographer sat down, and my manager, and we came up with this great concept about being a vampire one. And you think it would have got more views, but because there was a little bit of blood in it, which at the end was nothing, honestly. You didn't see any blood. It didn't get the views that it should have, because this music video was killer. And when you see it, you'll understand. But
it's just basically I literally sat down one night and started writing this song and came up with the harmonies and everything. And I was just like, I started singing it to my husband and my friends, and they're like, wow, like this is going to be a really good hit. And I went in the studio, and my producer was like, oh, I love this. And so we did some piano, and then my husband did some guitar parts and that and stuff. So it's my baby. It's my favorite song. So
Okay.
I hope you guys like it.
Okay, it is a really great song, and I know everybody's going to love it, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But Aria, we thank you so much for being on the show today. Whenever you have something.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And thank you for being patient with me, especially because I know it's been about a month and I've been sick. My kid's been sick. It's just one thing after the next. But finally, I have a day. I'm like, oh, I hit pull up. I said, can we do the interview today? So I'm excited to be on here. Thank you so much.
Well, no problem. And we'd love to have you back again if you got anything new to plug for us. So think of Paul Mash TV and we'll have you back on.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, without further ado, here's a song by Aria Radae called Patiently Waiting right here on Paul Mash TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Patiently waiting for the right one to come. I'm patiently waiting to find the one. I've come undone, don't know where to go from here. Lost in my thoughts, tired of living in the fear. I need to feel that real, that kind that sweeps you off your feet, the kind of love